we are dealing with the topic real and apparent depths, and it is the result of the refraction process which happens from the surface. In this, we have observed, in fact all the time when we observe anything which is inside a liquid and we are observing it from a different medium, say it is air, then we look to the object and we observe it at an apparent position. Now, this apparent position is the result of the refraction which is taken place at the interface of the two medium. Now, you can see here that object O is lie down at the base of the container. Now, this container is filled up of water, say it is water. Now, this object O, when it is observed at the just above point D, then we just do not observe any shift of the position, but when we observe it from a different point than the D, then we can observe its apparent position at I. Now, where the refracted ray AB is met the another refracted ray CD, when it is extrapolated back and this point is I, and we observe the another position or the apparent position of object O at I. Now, if we observe this diagram, then simply we can say that whenever the incident ray OA falls on the interface of the water and air, then it refracts away from the normal and go through the path AB. Now, this angle is angle of incidence I, and this angle is is the angle of refraction. Now, if we go through the geometry, then these two angles shares the alternate interior angles. That's why these two angles should be same, while this angle R is sharing the corresponding angle with this angle CIA, and that's why these two angles should have the same value, the R. Now, if we consider the triangle CAO, then in triangle CAO, sine of angle I is equal to, this is the angle I, this ray CO behaves like the base and CA is the perpendicular while AO is the hypotenuse. As the sine of angle I is the ratio of perpendicular to the hypotenuse, that's why sine I is equal to CA upon OA. Now, if we consider the another triangle which is the triangle CAI, then it is also a right angle triangle, and from this triangle we can get the value of sine of angle of refraction, and this sine R is equals to, it is CA which is the perpendicular again, and here in this triangle the hypotenuse is AI. Now, we have got the two equations, equation 1 which is dealing with the value of sine of angle of incidence, and equation 2 which is dealing with the sine of angle of refraction. Now, if we apply the Snell's law at the interface, then we can write by Snell's law sine of angle of I to the sine of angle of refraction should be equivalent to refractive index of second medium which is air with respect to water. Or we can say that sine I value is CA upon OA into CA upon IA, and it is equivalent to 1 by refractive index of water with respect to air. So this value reduces to refractive index of water with respect to air is equivalent to OA upon IA. Now, if we observe this diagram, then here this point O and this point A, if it is compared with the OC, then we can say that C and A are the very close points. OA is equivalent to OC and AI is equivalent to AC. So applying the assumption of C is very close to A, then we can say that OA is equivalent to OC and OI is equivalent to IC. So this equation reduces to refractive index of water is equivalent to OC upon IC. Where OC is the real depth and the IC is apparent depth. So this equation again we can write it as refractive index of water is equivalent to real depth upon apparent depth. So students, let's take the numerical based on the reflection and refraction of light, as we have studied the refraction. So let's start with the numerical on refraction. Let's have numerical, and in this numerical we have given the medium and the light ray is moving from air to glass. Its frequency is given, that is 6 × 10⁻14 Hz, and we have to calculate its speed and wavelength, first for glass medium and second for air medium. As we know, the frequency remains the same when the light ray reflects or refracts. So let's calculate the velocity, the speed and the wavelength for the light. The refractive index of glass with respect to air is given, and it is 1.5, as refractive index is a scalar quantity and as well as it is unitless and dimensionless. Now let's solve this question. As we know that the velocity in medium 1 with respect to velocity in medium 2 is given as the refractive index of the medium. So in this question we have the velocity of air with respect to velocity in the glass. As you know, the relation between the speed of light in first medium to the speed of light in second medium is given by this formula, where mu is the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1. So we can have for air and glass, which is the combination of the media, and it is given in this question. So it is the ratio of the velocity of the ratio of the speed of light in air to the speed of light in glass is equal to 1.5, which is the refractive index of glass with respect to air, and it is given in the question. So the velocity, the speed of light in glass is to be calculated in the first part, and the first part deals with glass as a medium. So Vg, that is the speed of light in glass, is equal to Va upon 1.5, and as we know that the speed of light in air or vacuum is a constant, and it is equivalent to 3 × 10⁸ meter per second. So let's put the value and find out the speed of light in glass. It is equivalent to 2 into 10⁸ meter per second. So the one part for the part first of the numerical has been solved, and the speed is calculated, which is equal to 2 into 10⁸ meter per second. For the wavelength of light in glass medium, we can use the formula which deals with the speed and the frequency, which is denoted by nu, and the wavelength of the wave. So we have the speed for light in glass, that is 2 into 10⁸ meter per second, and we have to find out the wavelength, and if we shift the frequency here, it will divide with the velocity. It will be divided with the velocity, and it will be divided with the speed of light, and it is given 6 into 10⁻14 Hertz, that is per second. The unit is, so lambda is equivalent to 1/3 of 10 raised to power minus 6. 10 power minus 6 is the raising of 10, and the unit is in meter. So the wavelength in glass is equivalent to 0.33 into 10⁻⁻6 meter. So this is the value for the wavelength of light wave in the medium glass. So the first part of the question has been discussed, and we have got the wavelength value as 0.33 into 10⁻⁻6 meter, while the speed magnitude as 2 into 10⁸ meter per second. So let's now calculate the speed and the wavelength for the air. Now for air, we know the velocity is, we know the speed is Va is equals to 3 into 10⁸ meter per second. So the wavelength can be calculated by the formula Va upon frequency of light, as it is not changing for the media. So Va value is 3 into 10⁸, and frequency is given as 6 into 10⁻14 Hertz. So when we rearrange the numerical data and calculate it, then we will get it as 0.5 into 10⁻⁻6 meters. So it is the value of wavelength for air, and while we know that the speed of light in air is 3 into 10⁸ meter per second. Let's have another numerical which actually is based on the real and apparent depth. Question is, so in this question we are dealing with the real and apparent depth concept, which actually takes place because of the refraction of light. Now the question gives us that we have a water tank, and in this water tank the depth of water is equivalent to 4 meters. Also it is given that this water is having the refractive index equivalent to 4/3. Now we have to tell that how much distance does the bottom of tank appear to be raised. So to get the solution, we can just apply the formula which we have studied in the last term. Refractive index is equivalent to the real depth upon the actual depth. Here the refractive index is of water with respect to air. Now we have the relation between the relative refractive index and the real depth and the apparent depth of the object in a liquid, that Ri is equals to refractive index is equals to real depth upon apparent depth. If we have to calculate the apparent depth, then we can rearrange the formula and can get the apparent depth as real depth upon the refractive index. In the question, we are given that the refractive index of glass with respect to water, it is equals to 4/3, and the real depth is also given and it is equivalent to 4 meter. So when we put the values in the formula, we get the value of apparent depth equivalent to 4 meter upon 4/3, and it is equals to 3 meter. So this numerical is also discussed and it gives us the apparent depth of the bottom of the tank. But as the question asks us that how much distance the water tank is seen to be raised, so we do not have to tell that what is the apparent depth. We have to tell that how much the level is raised. So let's make a simple calculation that if the actual depth is equals to if the real depth is equals to 4 meter and the apparent depth is equals to 3 meter, then the level raised is equal to 4 minus 3, that is 1 meter. So these were the simple numericals based on the concept of refraction